Hey, good morning. It is Monday morning and I am not in Vermont, which means let's get back on track to, your casual check-in on, hey Jeff, how's the market? What do I need to know? And this week, this gets real simple, right? I get asked the question all the time. If you're watching this video, you're probably one of the ones who asked me, how's the market? How are things going? Are you anybody buying homes? Essentially, how's the market? I get that question all the time. 3 slides. I'm going to walk you through how's the market. It's pretty interesting. Right now, active inventory, 61, call it 6,200 active listings on the market. So look back the last 2 years prior. This is the highest amount of listings. We're trending significantly higher. So listings are, new listings are up, inventory's up for buyers. Choices are out there, right? It's fantastic. For sellers, it's a bit of a mixed bag, right? If we've got more, if we've had more active listings, there's more competition, more competition, there's more comparisons, there's more options for buyers. So you have to be a little bit more strategic, both in your marketing and your pricing. It all has to be appropriate, and it may or may not all actually be the right time to push for higher prices, even though you may want to in your listing. The market's going to be what dictates, right? So, how's the market? Inventory, if you're a buyer, it is absolutely fantastic. You've got more choices than you've had in a very long time. Things are great. Now, let's put some meat and potatoes on the bone here. So we're going to go back to 2017 and just kind of looking at sort of some trends here. The blue bars are the number of buyers out in the market, right? And this is being measured now by the number of lockbox openings. And this is literally here's how scientific I'm getting on this. This is like a 1 week trend. The first week ish of June, going back to 2017. So I'm looking at like where are we at now, where we've been sort of this time frame, buyer activity, first week of June, right? Okay. The gold bar, or gold line rather, is average mortgage rates as reported by Freddie and Fannie for sort of year by year. So here's what's happening. 2017 forward, a lot of good activity, and then it starts to drop off. Why does it drop off? Well, it actually drops off even while rates were still declining. Is that because of the frenzy, prices, things getting bid to the moon? Some people are just getting fatigued? Probably, because rates were still declining. Now, rates skyrocket, and suddenly the activity takes one more step backwards, but holds at that level. All right, it does not plummet as mortgage rates go higher and higher and higher. So here's sort of the interesting way to kind of look at this now. Let's go to a shorter time frame. For the last 3 years, mortgage rates have declined. Buyer activity, relatively speaking, has shot back up. You've heard me say this a million times. When rates go down, buyer activity will pick up. Right now, put the frenzy market kind of aside because prices were going absolutely bananas. But generally speaking, this is where we are at, right? So what I think you're seeing now is as rates are sitting sort of that 6 to 6.5 window bouncing around. We've sat there for a couple of years now, and suddenly activity is popping up. It's what you always hear me say that life happens, right? Is it the 5 Ds of real estate and diamonds, divorce, diplomas, downsizing, and did I say diapers? I don't know. Basically, married, buried, divorced, relocated. Life happens, man. So I think people were wanting to sit on the sidelines for a long time, but now what we're seeing is that activity is up significantly. Right, we had a little drop, and we're picking up. So here's sort of your big takeaway. There are buyers out there, not necessarily at that frenzy level, but for some of the markets, yeah, it is sort of back to that same type of level. But the sales numbers are down for homes. Now, homes are still selling, right? I see homes all the time. First weekend, one and done, they're gone. I see some where either sellers at the last minute say, I want to push my price up a little bit, or I'm going to, whatever. And then they sit. Or maybe it's sort of a B grade property and you're putting it out on that A grade price, and you get that disconnect. The buyers are there. And I think the mindset of buyers now is I'm okay paying the prices. I'm okay paying the mortgage rates, but this house had better be worth it, right? I'm not going to pay kind of Cadillac across the board to get the Pinto house, right? So you need to be very realistic at this point of where you're pricing your home, how you're marketing the home, working to get that thing sold, what makes your home special, and make sure you are really delivering it on value there. So that's sort of your takeaway. How's the market? The market's great. You have more choices than ever. Rates are stable, which is kind of a good thing for buyers. For sellers, there is activity. There are buyers out there. This is where sort of the reality hits the road of we all need to be real honest in the market of pricing appropriately. And then for the buyers, understanding, yeah, you may have 3, 4 nights you can sleep on it. You may have 3 weeks to think about that house. You may also have 24 hours, just like the old days, because who knows? Homes are still absolutely popping off the market. 5 minutes, I'm done. That's it. How's the market? It's good. Just be real honest with it. All right. Have a great week. It's supposed to be fantastic weather, at least for a while, first part of this week. Appreciate you watching this. And like always, if you have anything on your mind, questions, anything else you want me to cover on this, some weeks it's great for things to talk about. Others, it's pretty easy. So, all right. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you next time. Appreciate